And I felt we already jumped super deep now into Reiki and the topics, which I love. But I think it's also really important to go a couple of steps back just to see, where did you get this experience and knowledge from? And you already gave me a little insight and some information that uh, back in 2004 and 2005, you already went on a journey. And I would love to go a little bit into that. So you described you were in South America, and especially there had a lot of vivid experiences. Would you like to share a couple of those maybe insights or things that you experienced there, and how that sort of shaped now the way you talk and think and feel about energy?
Sure, Julian. And let me back up. Before the South America trip, I was in Bangkok, long-term in Bangkok, and having various problems in life, depression and anxiety and stress, and life was just not good. I guess I was in my mid 40s at that time. And, talking to counselors, and one guy, I had to, like a shaman of sorts, who could read energies and help me out. And somebody at that meeting mentioned Reiki to me. This was in probably the middle of '04. And so I looked online. I started like, I've never heard of it. It's the kind of thing I don't believe in. I was like, yeah, right. Like, okay, it sounds really, really nice, but I looked into it and I thought, you know what, maybe I need something. And so I found my first teacher in Bangkok. That was November of 2004. And in that time, I studied for a month or two, something like that, on Sundays.
Yeah.
And it was so palpable. It was so tangible. What I was feeling, something I didn't actually, I won't say I believed or disbelieved. I was looking for something. And the changes that were happening within my body. One was my arms and legs were like kicking and thrashing like I was possessed. I'm like, what is inside of me? What is,
Wow.
like, I'm thinking like a madman. I'm like, excuse me, what the hell is this? And now the memory comes back. I started cursing. It's like, am I possessed? This is weird, way beyond I'm very orthodox. I grew up in Midwestern United States. Ghosts don't exist. That's only in the movies. And I'm sitting there kicking and shaking without suggestion. Nobody said, Tom, this may happen. It just started happening. And then afterwards, I was really calm. And within the half hour, I'm like, excuse me, I need to sit down in the toilet. And oh my God, the gas that came out. I mean, okay, this is not the most pleasant subject, but when we're talking about healing, we talk about all bodily functions. And I must have sat there, it seemed like for an hour. It's just dead embarrassing. That was inside of me. And it's not just the gas or the diarrhea that was inside of me. That was all emotional. I had no physical problems. A very, very healthy. Now, I was a regular exerciser, meditator. I was vegetarian at the time. So physically very strong. So this exorcism and this diarrhea was all of a either spiritual, emotional, psychological nature. And it just purified. And it's like, wow, that was real. I don't care how many scientists tell you, well, you need a peer-reviewed periodical to prove it. No, you don't. You need an experience like that to say, my God, that was real. Now, it calmed down after that. It was just that one real intense burst of energy. And that was my inspiration to say, I'm onto something here. I've learned about something really important.
Yeah.
I moved on to a second teacher. And the first time I received energy by distance, which also I didn't really believe. I figured you had to be with the person. And this woman's name was Carol Carol Knox from South Africa, a great woman. And she was my second Reiki teacher. And she called one night and she goes, Tom, you're so out of sorts. I go, oh God, Carol, I have so many troubles right now. She goes, let me send you some Reiki. I'm like, okay. And I don't remember where she was at the time. I was in Bangkok. And so we scheduled 10 o'clock my time. By 10:01, I'm feeling this tingling in my feet and my knees. I'm like, No, that's my imagination. It's like all of a sudden my stress is lifting. All of a sudden I'm really calm. Like, what is going on? I think actually she was on the other side of Tom.
Mm.
Like, what's going on? What's going on? And I just felt sure. That's like, it's real. Because I have experienced these changes, not knowing, not expecting anything.
Mm.
And we can prove this point is when you give Reiki to children, in most cases, they really chill out. And of course, a child at 2 years old has no concepts, has no wishful thinking that, oh, this old bearded guy is going to put his hand on my heart or on my crown, and then I will suddenly be better because I believe in because of the placebo effect. It's real.